cooking apa?
Hi, this is Cooking Apa. Today I'm going to make some Hong Shao Rou, braised pork with pork slices like this, yeah? So it's a little bit different than the one I used to do. The ones I used to do are more saucy, more soupy. This one is a little bit with a little bit more thicker gravy. Okay, now first of all, I have about 300 grams of 3-layer pork here. So what I did here was I actually blanched the whole piece of pork in cold water, then bring it to boil for about 5 minutes. Yeah, in the water I also added a bit of ginger and ginger slices and Shaoxing wine, okay, to get rid of the unnecessary or unwanted smell from the pork itself. So after that, I actually cut them into squarish slices like this, okay, before we cook them, okay. So that's the pre-cook steps that you need to do for your 3-layer pork. After that, we have some herbs and spices here. I have few slices of dry red chili. This is cinnamon stick, 1 bay leaf. Here is some loose pieces of star anise, total probably about 2 star anise here, and about half teaspoon of Chinese peppercorn. Okay, if you don't have Chinese peppercorn, it's okay, just leave it. Then I have some fresh herbs here, chopped garlic, few slices of ginger. This is actually galangal. To add some Asian taste to this particular dish here, I'm going to add galangal. Alright, in China they don't really use galangal, blue ginger. And then I am going to use some green onion, yeah, cut into long slices like this. Okay, so first of all we need to render the meat. So what do we mean by rendering the meat? It is basically cook the meat until force the oil out, yeah, from the meat itself. So we put a little bit of oil here, which is going to help to induce the meat from the pork itself later. So I always, please take notice that always when I'm using stainless steel wok, I always add the oil in cold wok, then only I raise the heat. Why am I doing this? Because whenever you are using a stainless steel wok, if you want to reduce the sticking problem, then this is the way. Okay, most of the time when you always hear people saying heat up the wok, then only you put in the oil, that is because those professional chefs, they are actually using an iron wok. When you are using an iron wok, you actually, in order to reduce the sticking problem, you actually have to heat up the wok first, then only you add in the oil. Okay, so but if you are using stainless steel wok like Apa, you have to add oil into cold wok. Alright, because many of people asking Apa how to buy my wok, because it seems to them that my wok never stick. Actually, it still stick. It's just that the way I use it make it will actually splatter, so you may want to be a bit careful. So you basically will you want to keep on stirring them like this until you start seeing the oil started to come out from the pot itself. Okay, this may take a couple of minutes, so we will come back shortly. So this is after approximately 5 minutes stir frying here. You can see from here the oil has started to come up. So I'm going to remove the excess oil and then to continue cooking. Alright, so it is basically this step is already done. Alright, after removing the excess oil just now, I'm going to continue adding the herbs and also the spices. Okay, so the reason why we want to do rendering is because, as you probably know, even though pork belly or 3-layer pork is very tasty, But then again, it can be very oily. All right, so that's why we want to use rendering process to actually get rid of part of the oil, so that when we eat this dish later, it won't be too oily. Okay, that's the reason why we want to do the rendering. We have basically reduced at least 20-30% of the pork oil itself. Okay, basically you want to stir fry until the fragrance, you can smell all the aroma, nice aroma from all your spices and also ginger and garlic. Before continue, I'm going to add in some dark soya sauce, which is for the sake of color. Okay. Immediately you see the pork getting nice caramelized color. Actually, in China, they will actually use sugar. Yeah, they will melt the sugar to achieve this particular effect. For some people, I know some of my followers, they are very scared of using too much sugar. So, as a replacement, you can actually use this dark soya sauce. Okay. All right. All the fragrance is up. The color is there. Now is the time where we can actually add in the hot water. This hot water should be at least more than enough to cover all your meat. Okay. Let's give it some light soya sauce. Okay, 1 round of light soya sauce. A bit of salt and sugar. A little bit more sugar should be alright for this dish. Okay, as you can see from here, it is now boiling. Then we can actually cover this with a lid and tone down the fire to low medium. Okay, now I'm going to tone down the fire to low medium. Let it continue simmer for at least 40 minutes. Okay? Just after 20 minutes, I suddenly remember my the soup I actually the water I added in is actually quite a lot, and so I actually don't have to cover the lid. So I actually opened up the lid and I saw the soup is actually quite a lot. It is still reducing. So in order to expedite the reducing process, I actually open up the lid and let it cook and simmer under. I tone up the heat to medium heat. This will actually assist let it reduce faster. Okay, why is it we want to let it reduce? Because the process of reducing will actually helps the meat to somehow absorb the flavorful gravy better. Okay, so now it's almost 40 minutes in total. My meat is Should be done by now. What we do here, we can take out the meat, and we don't want to continue cooking the spices. Yeah, I will be removing all the spices like the cinnamon stick, yeah, cinnamon stick, and also the bay leaf and stuff, because those things, if you cook for too long, the whole gravy may become very a bit bitter. Okay, so I'm going to slowly remove this, remove the meat and also the spices. Okay, I have removed the meat and also removed the spices to a side. Then I boil some hard-boiled egg. Okay, and you're going to cook, just cook the hard-boiled egg for a couple of minutes. It doesn't need too long because it's just for the sake of color. Okay, just roll them a bit like this and let it cook for a couple of minutes. When it is colored, then it is done. Okay, after about 3-4 minutes, when you see your egg is nicely covered with the braised color, then it is actually done. Okay, now I can actually off the fire. I'm going to show you how I display this. Okay, so I've cut out my eggs into half. If you can find a kampong egg, yeah, it's actually nicer because the color, the yolk will be more orangey. So we're going to pour some gravy on top of it. That's where you started to see all the nice bright color. And a little bit of fresh coriander on top. Alright, there you go. Here's my braised pork belly. If you like my video, do share my video on your Facebook to your friends. Come to Cooking Abba Facebook fan page to click like and follow button. Follow up on Instagram and subscribe to Cooking Abba YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the notification button so that every time Abba upload a new video, you will be notified. Alright, thank you very much. And don't forget to leave a comment below. Thank you. Bye bye.